let's focus on something for a moment, because I know the DNC convention's going on, and I'll play you a little clip of something crazy they said in a moment, but let's remember the big story happening, not just in America right now, the overarching story on the planet, the biggest story on planet Earth right now. The most dangerous thing happening is Western governments turning their guns against their own citizens. For the entirety of Western civilization, Western governments have had their guns pointed outward, right? You know, World War II comes along and we mobilize the forces to go fight evil abroad. We will aim our guns outward. The war on terror, whether or not you agree or disagree with how that war was prosecuted, we have these evil Islamic terrorists trying to murder us. Let's go find them, go kill them, guns pointed outward. Well, things have gotten so corrupt in Western civilization now. We'll just make it about America here. Things have gotten so corrupt, so rotted here. The government has figured out the biggest threat to their power is the patriotic American citizen. So those guns that were all pointed outward are slowly but surely pointing their way inward as governments around the planet have made the very clear decision their citizens are the enemy. And there's nothing in the world going on right now that's more dangerous than that. To be under attack, to be considered an enemy of the state by your own government, historically is the worst existence you can possibly have. Russia, China, Iran, nuclear war, what's happening in the Middle East. I'm not dismissive about any of those things. I know they matter. But if the United States government has declared me, you, to be enemies of the state, what happens in Russia doesn't matter. And these people, they're not backing off. They are pretending to be the good guys. They're ramping things up. Did you hear this speaker at the convention talking about what Trump will do?
Donald Trump would be able to weaponize the Department of Justice to go after his political opponents. He could even turn the FBI into his own personal police force. That is not how it works in America. That's how it works in dictatorships.
A few moments later.
Donald Trump fell asleep at his own trial. And when he woke up, he made his own kind of history. The first person to run for president with 34 felony convictions. As vice president, Kamala sat in the Situation Room.
As the crowd chants, lock him up. These things are already happening here. I'll just leave you with this little story. There's a woman, 89 years old. She once had to survive in a communist prison camp in Eastern Europe. And this woman at 89 is now going to die, most likely, in prison. But not in Eastern Europe, not in China, not in Russia, not in Iran. You see, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, their DOJ, just arrested this woman for being a pro-life activist, and they're going to send her to federal prison, having survived a communist prison camp in Eastern Europe. This 89-year-old woman is still going to die as a political prisoner in prison in the United States of America. This is not something that might happen in the future. We have to stop talking like that. What they might do. I can't believe what they could do. This is something that is happening right now to your fellow countrymen, to my fellow countrymen. The most dangerous thing happening on planet Earth is Western governments turning their guns inward against their own citizens, and it's happening here so fast. I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.